We're like this, normal.
Tomska. Tomska.
I like trains. Call of Duty. He just sucked my dick because they're both a pile of shit. He just sucked my dick. He just sucked my dick. He just sucked my dick. He just sucked my dick.
Good afternoon, morning, evening or night, ladies and gentlemen of the JARMY. This is the JAR Media Posdact, episode 142, The Meaning of Life.
Is it?
No, it's not.
That's 16 something, isn't it?
No, I thought it was 40 something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
this is the weekly show where we just coming on in, and I'm your host. I'm your host Alex, and I'm only joined by Jim over here
Your boy JB,
this week,
as most people call me.
because James is too scared to be on this episode, he said.
Yeah, we're going to get into some real important and difficult to discuss topics. So James sort of opted out.
We just said to him, look, James, you're not invited to this one, I'm afraid. Before we move on, I'd like to thank the patrons over at JAR Media Patreon. They make the show possible.
Yeah, huge thank yous.
They make the Spotify and iTunes stuff awesome and possible. So head over there if you want to support the show and keep us going. There you go. That's that bit out of the way.
All right.
How are we feeling on this fine day? We've got another broadcast on our hands. This must be the third or fourth one. Maybe
It's
more.
more than that, isn't it?
Yeah, there was that time James wasn't on and Ruben wasn't on for a while. We already have the name of the episode decided. BJÖRNBRÖDER.
Yep.
BJÖRNBRÖDER is the name of the episode.
AKA Brother Bear for those who
Brother
are
Bear in
uninitiated.
some hergy-durgy language.
Yeah, one of the hergs or dergs.
Ask Ruben, he'll know. He's an expert in that kind of thing.
He's a Hjörg expert.
We haven't done le meme chat for quite a while.
Yeah, this is true.
I saw one comment saying, "Oh, meme chat sucks." I was like, "Oh, I guess we're never doing it again."
Yeah, I think I saw the exact same comment and I was like, okay.
But then I saw another comment last week saying, "When are you gonna do a meme chat on this?" And then it was like, "Okay, we gotta return." So Jim, take it away, bro. Take it
away. I've been sort of. I was a bit of a meme junkie while we were doing meme chat.
This is heavy.
It was sort of put me in a bad place, you know?
Yeah.
When you're going down a road that Padme can't follow, you realise things need to change. So I've been reeling it back. I've been... This is a better metaphor for reeling in memes from Instagram.
Just cast them out.
Yep.
Okay, let's
Like
say
fishing for
I'm
memes.
metaphorically casting my rod out at the moment. What
Yeah.
am I receiving if I'm reeling in the hook?
Bruh sound effect, probably.
To those who don't
Bruh.
know, you're saying BRUH sound effect. Bruh
Number 2.
sound effect. Number 2.
Yeah. No, this isn't a new meme by any means.
Just the current one that's in the stratosphere.
Yeah, the meme is you do anything and have something and just have the sound effect, bruh.
Okay. So just like most memes then. Just sort of force it into anything.
It's even less
Tactile.
I wouldn't say it's more tactile. You can just put it into anything.
Yeah.
Like with for example the Skyrim one.
Mm-hmm.
The joke is that destruction.
It has to be
It
someone
has to
being
be being destroyed.
just annihilated.
Yeah, just demolished, if you will.
Okay.
But with bruh, you can have some other meme. Like I was showing you an XXX Temptation one earlier. Just
yes.
in there.
Yes.
Bruh. That's about it.
Okay, that one's going back in the river. Throwing that one back.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's
You get it out and
real
it's this tiny little fish.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm good,
Just
thanks.
throw it to Argy, who'll eat it. Okay, the rod's gone, or the line has gone back in. What's coming back this time? Surely it's the Tomska one.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't. The last time we did it, we haven't mentioned.
There's 2 Tomska.
There's 2 Tomska ones, are there?
Yeah, we'll talk about the muffin one second. secondarily. Let's get into this pie one.
So, for those who don't know, there's a Shmo Yoho. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Shmo Yoho song.
If you're at least... when was
They've been on the
10
internet
years
for a long
ago,
time.
They were big? Because
They must still be big now.
They did the Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife. They were fucking huge though. They did the Charlie Sheen winning song.
Yeah, I loved that Charlie Sheen
I remember
winning song.
that was, you just have it on. I'm trying to fucking just sit down and play some Minecraft, but no, we gotta have Charlie Sheen winning.
Winning, I have one gear, go, epic winning.
Yeah, they're potentially their most famous one, the Double Rainbow.
God, yeah.
I wonder if those are going to be memed in the future.
We're sort of in a post-ironic thing at the moment where I was saying earlier, the things that tend to be memed the hardest are things from our generation's childhood. And that includes that kind of cringy early internet days kind of stuff. So...
But anyway...
What was it called? The pie bit?
Should we reenact it right now?
I don't really know it very well.
Oh, okay.
Something like...
Scrap that then.
Pie.
It's cringy as fuck.
Me want some cherry pie.
Tom Skerr, everyone knows, makes random epic comedy videos.
He's been doing the
ASDF movies.
ASDF for a while.
Again, not quite as long as Shmo Yoho have been big, I don't think.
It's around... the first ASDF movie came out many years ago.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out and everyone loving it.
I remember everyone loving it. Even when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was like...
Oh, well.
Throw the cheese. Okay. What's
Jim
like...
really out here with his...
I'm really out here with my throw the cheese hatred.
Well, do you remember pre-JAR, pre-even R&L Games?
Yeah.
We made that video.
Yeah. What normal people think of Tom Skerr, which is the complete... It's just wrong calling it that.
Yeah, it's awful name for the video for a start.
Yeah, it's what freaks think of Tom Skerr.
What edgelords think.
Yeah.
Edgelords who think they're better and funnier. And we had James do it for some reason. So
James and you.
James and me. So the whole point was just...
I like trains. Famous quote from a video. Was that Man Man Boy Boy?
That was a Man Man Boy Boy original.
Fuck me. Anyway, back to memes. Yeah, people are catching on to how unfunny these jokes are, and I Like Trains was a big Tom Skerr thing. Is it Tom Scat or Tom Scar?
I call him Tomska. So kind of in the middle.
If I say it wrong, whatever.
Don't think it matters that much.
No hate towards the boy himself, but ASDF movies sucks.
There you go.
Anyway, I keep getting fucking distracted by I Like Trains. Yeah, there was an I Like Trains song, and that started the ASDF movie songs. And honestly,
they did one about a turtle blowing up as well. Mine turtle. Yeah.
Was that before or after I Like Trains? Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. They're cringy, not funny songs that are in Instagram videos, I guess.
Well, now they're sort of being dissected in the mind's eye.
And it crosses over with TikTok because people sing to these songs on TikTok and it's cringy. And I think that's how they came into the meme stratosphere, as you put it. Because this one girl that also did that Japanese TikTok video. And she did a muffin song, which you have a theory about.
I have a theory about the muffin song, but we'll get there in a second, right? Because you said there's two parts. There's the muffin song and there's the
pie one is dog shit. The pie one, it started off as just people like, whoa, look how cringy this is. Two dudes doing a TikTok thing, like dancing to the pie song, and they're just the fucking worst people I've ever seen. They are awful.
But the pie bit and the muffin bit are from the same song.
Yes, but because it's TikTok, you only get 7 seconds of each.
Yeah.
Of
boy, what flavor?
Pie. It's cringe as fuck. And it's not even... We overuse, as a generation, the word cringe.
Yeah, I hate using the word personally.
Yeah, but goddamn, is it awful.
Okay.
It could bring a alpha male, beefy ass, cool dude like such as I to tears for just how awful it is.
One salty tear has been shed. So you dislike both of them. You're not a fan of the memes or anything?
No. I mean, the pie one, as far as it's gone, is the original video, which people look at and they're like, man, this sucks. And then they just do that effect where like their faces become shrunken and then it becomes tone deaf. It's like, great job. You've put a fucking Snapchat, TikTok, whatever filter over it. A lot of effort for your...
And then you content aware scale it and then...
Yeah.
And then that's it.
It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty...
Like, at least combine it with something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make it your own. Instead of just doing what everyone else does when a new meme comes out.
Yeah, so my theory... my theory about the Muffin song, right?
Yeah.
Goes as follows. I don't know how far off base I am with this one, or if it's just completely...
I think you're completely off base.
So my theory, right, the lyrics of the Muffin song go, I'm a muffin, I wanna die.
No,
right?
It's, ooh, I'm a muffin, dibby dibby muffin time.
I wanna die.
Please somebody eat me, I just wanna die.
Yeah. So when I first saw the video, without any of the context around it, I just assumed, oh, Tom Skerritt, because I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
I thought Tom Skerritt had created some kind of metaphorical ASDF kind of thing that was like a weird deconstruction of his own mind, because, you know, it's out there that he's had problems with his weight, hence the muffin.
Yeah, muffin top.
And also problems with, you know, depression, anxiety, that type of thing. Hence the I Want to Die. So I thought he'd combine the two ideas into the song. But then you tell me Shmo Yoho just did a remix of old clips from ASDF movies. So
it's from the latest ASDF movie, and it is uploaded to Tomska's channel. But you see, you're digging way too deep into this. The logic is the thing singing is a muffin, and it wants to be eaten because it's a muffin. Therefore, die. That's as deep as it is.
You know, I just wanted to, you know, find some meaning to it. You know?
I think we were. I don't know if it was last night or the night before. We were playing Red Dead Online, just having a gay old time.
Yeah, being gay.
And then I sing that song.
Yeah.
For you and Ruben, and you're like, you know, that's about Tomska being, well, you said, you know, that's about him being depressed and fat, and I was like, what the fuck are you on about? And then I was like, no, it's from ASDF, and then I stopped and was like, wait, Tomska depressed? Like,
it makes sense.
And I was like, yeah, like the light bulb lit
whether it's
up.
intentional or not, that's what I took away from it instantly.
It blew me away.
See? So yeah, it might have accidentally or intentionally created a modern masterpiece.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm throwing the Tomska one back in the river.
Yep. Okay, go fishing again. Come on.
Right. Well, this is a big one. Woo!
It's not a big one.
Oh no, it's actually tiny. I just need glasses.
We menu music.
Wii menu music.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, the Wii Shop menu music.
All of the Wii music, awesome, by the way.
It is great.
Banging music. Genuinely great.
I guess the thing that's funny about it is that people know it.
Yeah, this feeds into what I was just saying a second ago, where a lot of memes are being created by people from our sort of age, generation. And we all had Nintendo Wiis, so we all know the stupid music. And it's inherently quite kiddie, goofy sounding music, so it's easy to make funny.
Yeah.
Loads of TikTok memes of people like dancing to certain Wii music things. Not Wii music, but Wii songs. Whatever.
Alright, toss it back. Don't want that. Now. Go fishing again.
Are there more? Alright.
There's one more that I can think of.
This one's extra shit, I can tell.
Fat Neck Man.
Fat Neck Man.
Yeah. I don't think you've seen this image.
Well, the only fat neck thing I know is that Markiplier's always memed for his neck.
It's not Markiplier though. It's this black dude. I don't know the I mean, I've done no research, whatever. I don't know how he was found, but it's this black dude with a neck that goes like, it's ridiculously huge.
Yeah.
And
shredded.
You get people. The thing is though, he doesn't look angry or anything. He's got like a dumb smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
So people were like, I saw one where they photoshopped, because his head looks like a triangle. They got his head and made it a star, so he's Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Made out of like 5 heads or whatever.
It's pretty funny.
Gets me a Google. You know.
So that's your favourite one of the week in a way.
In a way.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, I'm throwing that one back in. Oh shit. God. Not funny.
You're just a hater.
I am a hater. You could say.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, I guess that's over. Anything else of note for the meme chat?
No.
Okay. Well, actually, shit, it's not. Holy fuck. And you didn't remind me. There's some breaking, actually really sad meme chat news we have to cover.
Is this to do with SpongeBob?
No, but we probably should mention that.
Yeah, because SpongeBob has been memed for a little while now.
More than a little while.
For a big while now.
Yeah.
And then, what was it, 2 days ago, the creator of SpongeBob goes and...
Wasn't even old either.
No, really depressing. That one hit home because we fucking loved SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
Every day after school, SpongeBob. And then Fairly Your Parents would come on after and it'll be like, oh, fuck's sake.
Everyone's talking
Give
about
me
Butch
more
Hartman,
SpongeBob.
loving Fairly Your Parents. Nah.
Yeah, get on your right game, boy.
Yeah, man.
SpongeBob was the shit, and rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Anyway, yeah, and on the same lines, I have an article here. California comic Young Busco, who started the hilarious "What Are Those" meme that broke the internet in 2015, dies in his sleep, aged 31.
Is that real?
Yeah, he actually genuinely died.
You see, this is how fucked up meme culture is now. I was on Instagram and I saw that today.
But you didn't believe it?
Yeah, I thought it was a meme.
No, this guy's genuinely died, 31 years old.
It's fucked up,
But
dude.
you know, the guy, props to him, he said he was sick of the "What Are Those" joke himself.
Oh, good man.
And he said he'd been working on new material. But unfortunately, we'll probably never see that material because, well, he's dead, so...
What a shame. Well, his legend lives on in Black Panther.
I mean, yeah, he's been immortalized in one of the greatest action movies ever made. That's never going to age in any way, and everyone for generations will be able to appreciate the intense quality of Black Panther and everything it stands for. Especially that train fight at the end. Honestly, incredible. I felt like I was really playing my PS1. Yeah, so that's the end of meme chat. Yeah, Argy's got colitis.
Yeah, he does.
It's from all these fucking doses I keep giving him.
And bounties.
And bounties.
Really not good for a dog. Never feed your dog doses. Or bounties.
Especially not the doses I was giving him. I was giving him them really spicy ones.
Really hot and spicy.
Yeah, so in a way I've ruined his life.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arg. That's all I can say. Lol.
I mean, he's straight up shit blood.
About 3 times a week.
It's really fucked up.
Not funny. Don't know why you're laughing.
It's not funny, but like...
So now Argy has...
It's just, you know how a human, he shits blood and he's like, oh fuck, something's wrong.
Yeah.
But the dog, it's just like, he sprays shit out of his blood shit out of his ass. And it's just like, well, let's keep going.
So Argy, in his 2 years on Earth, spent half his life with crippling meningitis that ruined his life.
Yeah.
And right after he recovers from that, because of the meningitis and the amount of steroids he had to take, he now has colitis, which is a sort of bowel disease.
Yeah, it makes your bowel swell, right?
Yeah.
So it's like constipation, but
I don't know if it's constipation. It's just I think it's more like diarrhea kind of stuff. But
yeah, if it swells up, surely it means poo squirts out because it's like a smaller.
I don't know the details. I didn't research it to quite that.
The thing is, on the upside of him having meningitis, therefore having to take so many steroids, he's fucking swole now.
He is really strong.
he's strong as fuck.
He's muscly as hell. So no, I got it wrong. He spent half his life ill because of the unknown meningitis. Then like 8 months on steroids.
Yeah, just
and now
really
he's got
thirsty
colitis.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, poor little guy.
Oh well. That's the thing with dogs though, like they don't care.
Doesn't give a shit. Yeah, he's alright. He's happy.
They can feel terrible, but they just keep on trucking.
He's not miserable or anything.
No,
He's a happy
not
little
by any
guy.
means.
It's just like once a week he has a rumbly tummy and then squirts out diarrhea.
That's well, I mean, we've all had weekends like that.
Yeah, I'm sat on the toilet probably about 20 times a day.
You have colitis as well, then?
I had this weird, like, scary moment yesterday where I was having tummy rumbles just like Argy, and I was like, oh shit, I caught colitis. You know what I keep thinking about?
What?
Max the Golden.
Why?
Because the other day I bought a ball chucker for Argy, a new one. Glows in the dark. Pretty epic in more ways than one. But of course Max loves tennis balls and fetching.
Of course he did. He was a...
And whenever Argy messes up retrieving, I just think, ugh, Max would have gone and got that.
It is sad. I mean, he's... It's almost... I was watching BoJack Horseman and there's a gag about the golden retriever. He thinks his mum is still alive because he was told that Max is there right now. How?
Yeah.
It must sound like we're lying to the Jar audience about Max's life.
Why?
He's gone to live on a beautiful field in Wales.
Yeah, true.
And it's like... He's dead. He's not dead. But, I mean, like, to us, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I was genuinely... Look, you know I like my schemes.
Yeah.
I was thinking, is there a way I could drive to Wales and actually kidnap him?
Now if you do it...
No, they don't. The owners of him now don't know how to use the internet.
Yeah, but the police do. Who would have motivation? You. Who said on the podcast that they host that they would do it?
No, the police, they don't know how to use the internet.
They don't know about Jar.
True, yeah. They'd have to find this specific episode and they'd have to go through every episode of the JARCAST until this point. And I mean, if you're a policeman or woman and you're at this clip right now,
fair game.
Perhaps I'll take any punishment I get for it. But yeah.
I don't blame you for wanting to kidnap him though.
Yeah.
He was a golden nugget in...
It was one of those things where it's
rough.
like, you know, there are so many movies and TV shows where it's about there's some kind of relationship between two people and it's usually like a parental figure and a child figure and they're constantly at odds with each other.
Yeah.
But then as soon as something goes bad or one of them fucks up in some way, then the other one is instantly there for them.
Yeah.
Or they like the family sticks together thing, you know? And it's the whole, you don't know how much you'll miss something until you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So I just want to squeeze a golden retriever's head again.
I want to see Max do that thing, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the main reason he was back in my mind, apart from the huge picture I have of him in the hallway, is that I found that JARCAST episode with the intro and the ending with the like really cheesy sad music with pictures of Max. Poor boy. Before we head into the second half, have you heard of this thing called 8D audio?
8D?
8D, eight-dimensional audio.
Oh, right. No.
It's a complete gimmick, but it's kind of cool for like one or two songs.
Is it a headset that, like, if there's rain in the song, it splashes water on you?
No. You have to wear headphones, but you can search any song you want and just say Trans by Gorillaz 8D audio. And someone would have done a version of it where basically the gimmick is they manipulate the audio so it goes from left ear to right ear and then back to left ear, so it sounds like it's kind of moving around you. It's really strange. It's kind of like trippy as hell.
That sounds like a worse way to listen to music, though.
It's not like, so it's supposed to be a gimmick.
Yeah.
So you can just listen to one song and be like, oh, that's weird. That's goofy as hell. So I reckon in the break, I'll put headphones in and you can hear one and you can tell me what you think of it.
I'm not anticipating much good, to be honest.
It did make me feel a bit sick, if I'm being truthful.
Did you start going like this to try and chase the audio?
It doesn't feel quite like that. It's just an interesting little gimmick.
Can you explain why it's 8D? First of all, sound isn't a dimension. So
I feel like the 12-year-old who figured it out probably doesn't understand any concept like a dimension and just thought,
but why 8?
3D's pretty epic, but not quite epic enough for what I've discovered.
You could get the point across with 4D.
Why not just call it like transmorphic audio or some shit? You know, just make up a word.
Or like carousel audio.
Carouselic.
Yeah, there you go.
And then just shorten it again. Carouselic. There you go. Carouselic audio.
God, we should be in business.
We should be in business. Like the huge companies like Coca-Cola should be like, we want to just release a new type of Coke. What should we call it? Coca-Cola.
4D Coca-Cola.
Cock. Coca. Kyoka. Coca-Cola Kyoka. I do like Coca-Cola though.
I thought you were a Pepsi nibber.
Excuse me? What the fuck did you just say to me?
I said I thought you were a Pepsi boy.
No.
Can I ask a question? Is it okay to say nibber?
No.
Why? The intention of the invention, the intent of the invention of that word was for white people.
Word. It's not a word, it's a meme.
It's not a meme. It was in...
It's just an adapted version of the M-word that white people can say.
Exactly. So it's okay for white people to say it, or is it not? Because Rainbow Six has thrown me off.
Well,
you get banned if you say it, so surely it's bad.
If you say Nibba.
Yes. Oh, so you don't... So you think it's not
No,
okay?
I don't say it because I don't think it's funny. And it's annoying to me.
It's just a friendly term.
It's not a friendly term.
How?
Whatever.
Okay, fine then.
I'm just going to sit here in silence. Until the beef gets Larry. Oh yeah, we need to talk about why James isn't here.
We don't know why.
No, we do know.
What?
We do know.
Come on, double speed.
So basically, I did mention he's incredibly scared.
Yeah.
He watched the Babadook and got so frightened he hasn't been able to leave his house.
I didn't know that.
2 days, yeah. You know what he's like, he's a sensitive soul.
What a lame little bitch.
What a lame little...
No, you've said I'm not allowed to say it now, so I'm not going to say it.
Well, we'll be back after these messages.
Little nibbers. That was shit.
So Jim listened to some 8D audio. What were your initial impressions?
When you first explained it, I thought it was going to have more effort put into it. Because you did this.
Yeah.
Whereas it's more like this.
Yeah.
Which, for those listening to audio, Alex made it look as if it was going to be a circular motion around your head. Which would be very hard to do with just headphones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas it just goes from left to right to left to right to left to right relatively slowly, and
it makes you dizzy.
No, it doesn't make you anything.
Well, you went in wanting to hate it for a start.
No, I went in expecting it to be better than it was. To me, that was nothing.
So you're a definition of a hater then?
No, it's... I
don't think it has any purpose or use.
Why did you talk about it? Why did you bring it up?
I just noted it down for some reason.
It seems like something I would find and be like, well, that is completely unremarkable and I'll never think about it ever again. I'm sorry if you actually really like it.
I don't really. What practical use would it have? Like if you're walking down the street trying to listen to the song.
Well, I don't know.
I listened to a Pink Floyd song with it, and it completely ruined the song because you couldn't actually hear the instruments properly.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Listening to that Gorillaz song, it was like I could listen to this version and have a completely boring nothing experience because it doesn't add anything, or I could listen to the original song and actually be able to enjoy it. It's more distracting than anything.
Okay, so you're a hater, and that's the end of that.
Okay, what would you rate it out of 10?
An 8.
Okay, fuck you.
So, this is the part of the show where we head over to the Jar Media Reddit, where the members of the Jarmy can leave any question they like.
You're really pushing this Jarmy thing.
And, well, if you're a member of the Jarmy, make sure you leave in the comments that I'm an individual and I'm epic and I'm awesome and I love Jar Media. But anyway, if you are a member of the Jarmy, head over to the Jar Media Reddit. Leave your own questions for us to answer, especially James, who isn't here.
Yeah, I hope we get loads of exclusive to James questions.
There actually are quite a few. So, Moonduck1 says, what Madagascar character are each of you?
We did.
That's the most upvoted comment.
we already did that. We did that last episode, didn't we?
Oh, they said edit. They answered it on this cast, lol. Sorry, clearly hadn't been keeping up well. Didn't know it had been answered.
Wait, so he asked it again?
He must have asked it. Yeah, because the thread goes up in the morning. And they asked it. And by the time the show went up, they said, anyway, since I have the upvotes, let me change the question for mostly James. Are there any car films in particular you think do a good job of accurately portraying car ownership? Seeing as James isn't
portraying car ownership. That's a very strange thing.
It's not really something you can misrepresent.
Yeah, owning a car is as simple as you own a car. Right,
with that in mind, I'd say Fast and Furious 8 probably, or whichever one they drive through a building out of a skyscraper and crash into another one. Yes.
What's the one where they pull the?
That's 5.
The Vault. That's my favorite one because he turns and launches out the car over the freeway, like
that's such a bad scene.
100 meters. Fucking awesome. Fuck's sake.
And then someone replied saying, and in addition to that, which one of the penguins are each of you? And I think we answered that as well. Didn't we?
No, because James and I were penguins. You and Ruben were Gloria.
Poofart99 replied to that comment and answered it for us. Alex would be Skipper, James is Kowalski, Ruben is Rico, and Jim is Private.
Wait. Who? James is Kowalski?
Yeah. No, I disagree with that. I would swap him with your character. So James is private and you're Kowalski. Kowalski, analyze. And then, of course, just every comment is about fucking Madagascar now. Aya's Angle says, fuck, marry, kill with the penguins of Madagascar. There are 4 of them, though. Yeah. So you need another option.
Well, let's take Private out because he's underage.
Fair, yeah. Okay, so I reckon... wait, what are they all again? There's the quiet, angry one who's like a bit freaky. There's Kowalski, and there's the main one, marry. The Kowalski, fuck. And the scary one, kill.
Let's first of all take away this from... We were just asked which penguins we were. So let's just undo that.
Oh yeah, obviously this is a completely separate question.
Yeah. So, what is that third penguin is nothing.
He doesn't talk. His whole gimmick is that he's silent, but he looks kind of crazy.
Oh, I'd marry him then. I would kill... Oh, fuck. This is actually quite tricky.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because I have to kill Kowalski or Skipper.
You've made it this challenging for yourself, though.
Yeah, but why would you not marry the one I married?
Because that's the creepy one that will probably assault you in your sleep.
No, I'm marrying him. Okay, I'll fuck Kowalski. Kill Skipper.
There you go.
Because then Kowalski gets to be free without the tyranny of Skipper raining down upon him.
Magpie Lark says, how do you feel about Britain potentially losing their supply of Mars bars due to Brexit? I am, of course, very thrilled about this.
I don't give a fuck.
And Jim doesn't give a fuck.
I haven't eaten a Mars bar in a long time. I'm not crazy about Mars bars. They're too... The last Mars bar thing I ate was a Mars bar protein bar. It was a Mars protein bar.
Why did you buy that?
Because I was hungry and I was waiting for someone to pick up my bird.
What the fuck? What the...
Did I ever talk about that on the JARCAST? I saved a bird from Billy killing it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I called the bird people.
The bird guy.
So I got hungry while waiting for him. And I had no cereal that I liked. Because this was at like 10 in the morning. And so while waiting for the bird people to respond, I walked to the shop, got a Lucozade and a Mars bar protein bar.
Would you ever get a Mars protein again?
No, it's too much. I'm a big eater and I couldn't finish one Mars bar protein bar.
Bro.
Anyway, I walked back, the bird guy arrived and put his finger in the bird's mouth and then put it in his car and drove off.
Without saying a word?
He said like 3 words.
Right, I'm here.
He was like, you got a blackbird? I was like, yeah. I let him in the house, which was probably a dumb idea because like, who knows what bird people can do. So he did that. Didn't say a word as he left, and I was like, thank you.
Maybe in his head he was like, I'm doing this guy a huge fucking favour.
Well, it went across my mind when I found the bird. I was like, should I kill it? Because I didn't know.
The seagull, I was tempted to murder it.
No, I would not fuck with that seagull. It would murder me before I would murder it. But yeah, that was a scary thing. So I didn't know if the bird was fucked and couldn't be saved.
Well, Beans on Toast has a question. Sorry, got it wrong. Beans on Toad has a question.
Oh.
What would your ideal Madagascar 4 look like? I'm not joking. All of the most upvoted comments are about Madagascar.
I'm fine with that.
Yes, of course I am.
First of all, no pop songs.
Yeah, get rid of the pop songs. Get rid of the like forced moral bits.
Yeah.
Get rid of Melman and Gloria.
No, keep Melman, get rid of Gloria. Replace her with a less racist character.
What animal then? You have to know what animal is replacing Gloria. Are we keeping Alex and Martin?
Alex dies in the movie.
It's the sort of passing of the torch.
Yeah, over to Chris Rock, whatever his character's called.
I want to say Marty?
Marty?
Yeah, I think it's Marty.
I think it's Marty.
So the original cast, all except Gloria, are in the film and are important to the story.
And also replace the voice actor for the giraffe.
To be who?
To be a black actor. Because it's racist that all these animals that come from Africa are played by white people. Well, two of them are.
What, Chris Rock?
Yeah, Chris Rock. That's why I said he can stay the same. Alex dies, so it doesn't matter. Getting rid of one white guy.
How does he die? No, let's do that in a sec once we have the cast done. Are the penguins still a huge role?
The penguins have a bigger role.
But not so much of a role that they control the whole film, like the penguins in the Madagascar movie.
No, they control it more. They're in every scene.
That film sucks. I've seen it.
I don't care. They're in every scene of the movie, but as a sort of like...
I like the idea of the film having no plot whatsoever, and all of the characters, except the penguins, have no agency over anything that happens, and every plot point that does happen is because of the penguins trying to do something.
It's a funny idea, but does it work?
Well, by
Chris Rock.
4 films in, including the Penguins movie and a TV show about the penguins. And isn't there a TV show about King Julian, or is that the same one?
I think that's the same one.
Point is, possibly hundreds of hours worth of Madagascar content out there at this point. How much of it is good? You know?
None.
That's not true.
I think another important thing to happen would be for King Julian to go gay.
With the, like, kind of one that's with him?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have a love triangle between Mort and...
no, because that thing's underaged.
No, by now it's, like, fully grown and he could be, like, really hot.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
You know, like, there's embarrassing articles like BuzzFeed put up with their, like, Goofy, now he's older. Whatever. Goofy's son, now he's older, and God, he's hot.
Fucking hell. But to mirror Alex the Lion dying, Skipper almost dies. But doesn't quite die because
I think one of the penguins should die and should be replaced with Mort.
Oh shit, yes. No. So Skipper dies, right? And it's a fucking emotional scene. And Private becomes the new Skipper. And to replace...
Which one is Skipper? The main
Skipper's
one?
the main one.
Oh shit, he can't die?
I know,
I reckon
hurt.
the quiet one has to die.
No, then there's no emotional involvement. You can just have him die off screen so he can come back in a sequel. So he's gone, though. Skipper's gone, and Private becomes the new Skipper. So they need a new cute penguin. They got no penguins. They'll get Mort.
And then they can have a 25-minute scene where they're interviewing all the animals.
Yeah, just like Deadpool.
Just like Deadpool, yeah. Oh. And they could even have Deadpool be in it.
Yeah, Deadpool's in it. Deadpool's just in he's the antagonist of the movie. he kills Skipper, he kills Alex the Lion. Because he's trying to get to the Avengers. Deadpool's trying to get to the Avengers and he's got to get through other movies. He's got to go through Madagascar.
This is actually sounds like the perfect Deadpool movie to me.
And Madagascar movie in one.
Do they address the Gloria recasting?
No, Gloria's not recast. Gloria is just gone.
Do they address it though?
No.
She's just gone.
Well, sure, it can be one line of dialogue.
Where Black Melman looks at a picture of her and just goes, and then they continue with the movie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sort of character development, gives a lot of weight to the chemistry.
I mean, maybe she can come back later on in another movie.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You're leaving it open. If he just does a long sigh, it could mean, is she dead?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Is she left
People
him?
think, is she dead? Is she alive? It can turn out she was out,
Gloria in the next film could defeat Deadpool.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, the main plot of the movie is the penguins trying to stop Deadpool?
No.
That would be awesome. The penguins are He's taking over Hollywood. We gotta stop Deadpool.
Yes.
And because Deadpool's so incredibly overpowered, he kills the main penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Alex the Lion.
I
feel like we've just created the best film ever conceived.
It is the best film ever made.
Ever conceived. It's not been made yet.
It's made in my head.
What if tomorrow, like, the trailer drops for, like, Deadpool 4 and it's just
Well, then we know
Deadpool
there's
3,
some fucked up shit happening.
Anyway, yes, I'm looking forward to that one. I can't think of any other details. That's a pretty well-rounded script.
Yeah.
In my
It wouldn't surprise me if Christopher Nolan were to watch this. He would start writing it immediately.
Produce it, at least.
Yeah.
Tadpole Afterlife says, on the cast you often say that something is epic. I know this is a joke, but do you ever accidentally slip and say it during other human interaction, like in normal conversation?
Do we ever say epic, really? Like, seriously? Is that the question?
What he's saying is, do we say, because we say the word epics ironically so often, do we wind up saying it ironically in conversations where people wouldn't know we're poking fun at the overuse of the word epic, and would just think we're saying the word? I feel like I have said it before.
Yeah, definitely. We all have, but I wouldn't say a lot by any means. There was one thing where, again, talking about Red Dead again, when you were still playing the story for the first time,
yeah,
and you were like, this one bit is so genuinely epic that you couldn't take it.
Yeah.
But that's not the same.
But I was trying to mean the original.
Yeah,
meaning
exactly.
of
But
epic,
which you can't say anymore because it's a joke now.
Some comedians and stuff try to use epic in like an ironic way, but I don't know, it seems too late.
Yeah.
Almost. That was it. I watched that puppet movie. What's it called? The Merry Men Murders or some shit.
I don't give a shit.
You know, the puppet movie
Yeah,
that sucked and no one saw. Melissa McCarthy says in the film she has a joke like, yeah, that was epic, or whatever. It wasn't very funny. Yeah. So the answer is yes.
On occasion?
You got to be careful. If you're talking to Grandpa and you say, man, this is epic, Grandpa, I don't think he'll appreciate it.
Why not?
Or he'll just get so confused because the language of the youngsters nowadays are just... Is it just going to get more and more ridiculous? So, like, say the generation underneath ours is just going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, yo? You guys are crazy.
You already say that to me, though.
So the answer is 100% yes.
Yeah.
When Fortnite 2 and Minecraft 2 are released, and they've just... There's no gameplay, it's just watching, like, reaction videos on TikTok. And by that point, I'm just like, what the... The Big Cosmo asks, this is a question for Alex. So, Jamie, close your eyes.
Close my eyes?
But then they say, James, when are you making the car channel? So what do you think, James? When are you making that car channel? Great answer. Awesome answer. Collagen Cleo says, thoughts on the latest live-action Lion King trailer? I have a video going up as we're recording this today on the very subject.
Well, answer the question then.
I don't think it looks very good.
No, go into more depth.
No, I wanted to hear you first. And then I can...
No, I want to just hear you recite the script for the video that is not up yet.
No, it will be up by the time this is up, though. So...
Well, either way. It's a win-win.
I can go into it a bit more, I suppose.
No, they look shit. I mean, Beauty and the Beast, shit. Even if it was great, like in terms of acting...
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
And
like,
the script, it's like, it looks so
they're not
ugly.
Traditionally bad in the same way a truly bad movie is bad.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But there's almost something worse about that kind of cynical
Yeah, I was
mediocrity.
gonna say they seem so empty, no heart, like the originals.
The perfect word to describe them is a husk.
Yeah.
There's nothing original about them. It's not like Guillermo del Toro's take on The Hobbit kind of thing, where it's like the story we all know, but his voice would make it really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They all look the same.
They try to shot for shot remake it, but it ends up looking worse because realistic CG of the original character designs is just wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's my whole thing. It's like, it's kind of insulting to me, to the originals, because the entire point and conceit of those movies is that for them to work, they have to be 2D animated, hand-drawn, you know, classical Disney movies in that way. So just straight adapting them without, you know, changing them drastically is just a bizarre decision to me, especially when they would be perfectly capable of adapting the 2D into their current style of 3D animation, which would make much more sense to me.
You can't stick a celebrity face on the poster of a 3D animated movie.
But those films are huge anyway. Frozen is ridiculously popular.
Yeah.
Tangled was huge. Moana was very successful. Like, surely that would work way better. You can actually picture like an Aladdin remake, say, in that kind of
yeah, because it's still
graphics.
Cartoony. It's the fact that when you try to mesh real people with CG, the CG has to look real because there's a real person interacting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, with Beauty and the Beast...
But that's not true. Think about... Well, it's not CG, but in... I think it just comes down to the filmmaking, because in Who Framed Roger Rabbit...
Well, yeah,
or even like...
It's down to the plot, though, as well, because if you're meant to believe there's a beast in this world, you can't have it be a 2D hand-drawn beast that she's dancing with. Whereas in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, there is like a different race of beings called the Toons.
Yeah. Or like, yeah. I just think it's a bad idea from the word go, you know?
Yeah.
I think they could have easily remade it in the like Moana graphics, you know? And it would have been a lot better.
The thing is, like, both take just as much effort as well.
That's the thing I say in the video. They're all completely animated anyway.
Yeah.
I found some footage of like from the Jungle Book where the kid who plays Mowgli is just running around on like a blue prequel looking set anyway. And these films, they're going to age so badly. The Alice in Wonderland film from like 2010, 2011 already looks embarrassingly bad.
Yeah.
And I fear that this Lion King movie and the Jungle Book and all these are just going to look embarrassing in a few years' time. Yeah. Just lame, man. Well, I posed in the video because I want to hear your thoughts on this idea instead of doing this. Like, of course, they're going to be remaking their famous movies till the end of time, until they stop making money off them, but you know the way video games are constantly remastering their old works. Spyro, Halo, Crash Bandicoot and all that. And people love it. They're very willing in that industry to purchase things again. We have movies like Toy Story, like Monsters Inc., The Incredibles. Those are all Pixar films, but those are just the examples I used in the video. I was saying, instead of just constantly milking a property like Toy Story, releasing like uninspired sequels till the end of time, at least for now, could we not sort of get a remastered version of Toy Story 1, for example?
Yeah. They wouldn't even have to, like...
The storyboards are completely done. You could, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the only thing you'd have to do is have, obviously, a bunch of talented CG artists to...
Pixar.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They understand art direction. They understand what the original film meant, what it was going for. Artistic.
If you could have Toy Story 1 look as good as Toy Story 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Because like Toy Story and Monsters Inc. aren't stylistically that ridiculous in terms of like The Nightmare Before Christmas is an incredibly stylistic movie visually. Something on that level.
Yeah.
You know, or like the Lego Movie, which is hyper stylistic because everything looks like plastic, you know.
Yeah.
It's not something like that where the art direction is very specific in the same way. Of course, the fear would be that, like, it could be George Lucas in a way, and it would just look shit or whatever and completely miss the point. But I feel like
I don't think that's possible with an animated movie. Like, if you're going in to make it look better, I mean, the thing is, because that movie is so old, they would have to reanimate the entire movie.
Yeah, but I feel like people would pay for that and they would celebrate it in a way.
Would people accept it to watch in cinemas?
They constantly re-release films and people are hyped to go see 2001 again, to go and see horror movies all the time, you know. But it's the thing, man. Hollywood just doesn't understand how to monetize their products very well, do they? Instead, they just keep shitting out sequels and like forcing them out before they have an idea for them.
Yeah, I mean, they make money, so I guess it's working.
Yeah, that's the thing. These live-action movies make a ton of money. Delir Duri says, let's bring this early JARCAST asked every episode question back. Who would win in a fight out of you four? Well, there are only two of us, so...
Yeah, get fucked.
In addition, which Jar characters, i.e. Dick, Schwepp, Pets or Googly Eyes thing, could kill all four of you?
I mean, Schwepp's dead, so...
Anyway, yeah. I feel like the rocks and the heavy ones could do some damage. Don't know if they could kill me, though.
Nah, too slow. Cucumber Nick. Instant death. He gets out of that jar, we're all goners. The whole fucking world is
true, yeah.
gone.
Sort of chemical warfare is almost cheating in a way.
Yeah. But it's true. I reckon Richard Hammond could completely fuck us up as well.
Paper cut us to death. Oof. Oof. So we got a good one here from... This looks like a story from Bun Colo, who says, Hey Jar Boys, after hearing the last 2 weeks' podcasts, I thought I should share my own personal story of how Jar helped me get to know one of my best friends. I'm currently in my junior year of high school, but I started watching Jar around 8th grade. Like the movie!
What movie?
8th grade! I haven't seen it yet. My homeschool district doesn't have their own high school, so I had to go elsewhere. It was a big change for me, since I'd been in school with the same 60 kids all my life. I'd never had to really worry about meeting new people before, but this school was 5 times the size of my home school, and full of people I didn't know. I was very awkward and nervous about meeting new people for the first time, and for the first few days of school I felt very left out. However, one day, I overheard someone talking about something they'd heard on a podcast. I recognized it as something that James had mentioned in this week's episode. So I asked him what the podcast was, and sure enough, it was Jar. He went on to become one of my first friends in high school, and is still one of my best friends to this day. 2 years later, I'm far more confident in myself and in talking to new people. I just wanted to say that thank you guys though, because Jar was one of the first things my friend and I bonded over, and meeting him really helped me break out of my shell and become the person I am today. He unfortunately stopped listening to the podcast a while back, but our friendship still stands, and I still tune in every week. Thank you boys for everything you do, and keep up the good work.
Well, first of all, I'm going to quickly say go ahead and unfriend him on Facebook for stopping... because he stopped listening to Jar. That's... We've match made. We've
now the only thing we haven't created is a monster that we know of, anyway. So next week I'd like to see some monstrous, horrible stories. Yeah, that's a pretty cool story in the end.
That is a cool story.
Yeah, I like hearing those. It's a nice one to end on.
It's heartwarming, as they say.
It's a shame only half of Jar was here to hear it, but I'm sure.
We're the ones that matter.
We are the ones that matter. We're the funniest.
We make up the majority of the letters, so...
True. Yeah, whatever. Well, that's another episode for the books. I'd like to thank everyone for listening and supporting us on the Jar Media Patreon and all that. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, hit that like button, hit that bell button, hit that bell button.
Hit that bell bottoms. Bell bottoms. Bell bottoms.